So you picked out your dream bike. You pictured the sound, the group rides, carving corners, maybe even dragging a knee or elbow. And yeah, maybe breaking the world wheelie record. But here's the question you never asked yourself. What does it really cost to run the bike per kilometer or mile for the average 27-year-old rider here in the Great White North? And the answer? Well, the answer might sting. And it's not just a Canadian problem. And I'm not just talking gas, although yes, gas is part of it. I mean, the full picture. Tires, chain, insurance, just to mention a few. The stuff nobody warns you about until your wallet's already empty. I'm keeping this strictly by the books. No shortcuts, no fantasy math. We're talking Canada in Canadian dollars with an average ride of 5,000 kilometers a year. Now, the world thinks Canada has 4 seasons. But let's be real, it's basically 2. Summer and winter. And even summer is a scam. So realistically, the 5,000 kilometers works out to about 90 rideable days once you consider rain, frostbite, and heat stroke. That works around 55 kilometers per riding day. And for reference, I'm using $10,000 for an average purchase price of a mid-range motorcycle. And just so you know, I'm not going after the Harley-Davidson guys. Those riders have been at it more than some of you have been alive. They wrench their own bikes. And the ones that don't want to get grease under their fingernails, well, they treat the dealership as a spa day. This is for the new rider, the first-year dreamer who's about to find out that freedom always comes with a price tag. And for those veterans who want to come along for the ride and chime in. So, where does it all start? Easy. You can't ride a motorcycle legally without a license. In Ontario, the government offers a motorcycle package, which includes a written M1 test, M1 license issuance, and the price is $158.25 as of this recording. Tax included. Now, to my knowledge, no insurance company will insure a new rider without attending a riding school. Therefore, the average cost of a riding school is $600 plus tax. They offer classroom instruction, on-bike training, 17 to 20 hours in total, use of school-provided motorcycles, and on-site M2 road test by certified instructors. And taking a motorcycle school will get you insurance discount eligibility, which reduces the insurance premium, according to the insurance industry. Now, before a riding school even lets you sit on a bike, you need to show up in full riding gear. That starts with a helmet, current, DOT, ECE, Snell, or one of those other alphabet soup safety standards. Preferably a full face. If you go open face, you will need safety glasses if it doesn't have a visor. And no, health helmets and novelty lids don't count. And a helmet will set you back about $250. Because hey, if that's what you think your head's worth, who am I to judge? Next up, the jacket. You'll need some type of padding or armor. But most schools will let you slide with heavy denim. Figure about $250 for that. Then the pants, motorcycle specific. Thick denim. This isn't a fashion statement, although Ducati owners might disagree. Call it $100. Gloves are next. Full-fingered, wrist-covering gloves. Leather preferred, and no gardening gloves. $60. And finally, the boots. And no, your sneakers, loafers, or dress shoes don't cut it. Boots need to cover your ankle bone. Leather or sturdy hiking boots work fine. Expect about $150. Now, some schools will let you rent gear. But honestly, why pay to borrow stuff you're going to need once you hit the open road? Finally, the big day arrives. You pass your road test. Congratulations. You cruise over to the licensing office and trade in the beginners for the real thing. A full-blown motorcycle license. You made it. The average motorcycle sold in Canada runs about $10,000, add in taxes and licensing fees, and you're staring down a grand total of $11,728 Canadian dollars. Now, the smart riders call the insurance company for coverage before buying a motorcycle to check what bikes would the insurance company cover. But you? No, you bought a bike for the image, and that image comes with a price. For a first-year rider, you're looking at a basic premium of $3,000 to $5,000. But I'm going to split it down the middle and say $4,000. And since your $10,000 bike has 48 months of payments, the bank insists on a full coverage. That's an additional $2,000. Ouch. Now, most riders feel the itch to upgrade their exhaust. Because let's be honest, everyone wants the sound of power. That cheap rattle can slip-on, it'll set you back a cool $600. And if you actually want to unlock performance, you'll need an engine tune. Suddenly, your simple upgrade is flirting with a $1,000 bill. But, and here's a big but, call your insurance company before making any upgrades. Some insurers see louder, faster, more attention-grabbing bikes as a higher risk. That could mean a premium hike, or worse, a cancel policy. And if you don't disclose the mod, that's material misrepresentation. That means if you crash, they can legally deny your claim. The only way to protect yourself is ask first and get it in writing. Now, I'm not going to include this upgrade in my final price total, because let's face it, not everyone gets a new slip-on. But just think of it this way. That rattle can costs $1,074. And if you average 5,000 kilometers a year, that's 5.4 cents per kilometer. Let's talk about fuel costs. The math here is pretty straightforward. Take your fuel consumption in liters per 100 kilometers, divide by 100, multiply by your yearly distance, then multiply price per liter. That's your annual fuel cost. So for example, 6 liters per 100 kilometers times 5,000 kilometers per year, and at today's price, that's approximately $495, taxes included. And that's if you're riding like a saint and keeping the bike between 6,000 and 7,000 RPM. But let's be honest, we all know the tack needle will be bouncing off the rev limiter more than you care to admit. Still, 6 liters per 100 or 40 miles per gallon is still respectable. So we'll leave it at that. Moving on to the front rotors. They usually last 20 to 40,000 kilometers depending on your riding style. Let's give you the benefit of the doubt and call you a law-abiding citizen who obeys all speed limits. At 40,000 kilometers, a pair of front rotors will cost you $678, taxes in. That works out to about 1.7 cents per kilometer. As for the brake pads, well, they're cheaper, but don't last nearly as long. Let's say 20,000 kilometers at a cost of $147. That works out to about 0.7 of a cent per kilometer. Not bad at all. And no, I'm not counting the rear brake pads and rotors. Because let's be real, unless your caliper seizes and your brake pads fall off with age, the average rider never replaces them. Oil and filter change, basic math. $109 for oil and filter, changed every 5,000 kilometers, works out to about 2.2 cents per kilometer. Because oil change is not only based on mileage, but by time. Meaning oil changes every year regardless of mileage. What else? Oh yeah, front and rear tires. A good set of rubber will cost you around $738 Canadian plus $300 in labor. Because let's face it, not everyone has a tire changer at home or knows a friend who has one. An average lifespan of a tire is anywhere between 7 to 15,000 kilometers. But for argument's sake, let's say 10,000 kilometers. That works out to about 10.4 cents a kilometer. Moving on to a very important overlooked service, and that's the front forks and the rear shock. Recommended service is every 2 years or 20 to 30,000 kilometers. But to be fair, let's say 25,000 kilometers. The cost is approximately $848, taxes in, which roughly works out to 3.4 cents a kilometer. However, I'm not going to include this as an operating expense. Because seriously, 99% of the riders don't service the front forks or the shock. And if you do, that means you're in tune with your machine. Moving on. I've met plenty of riders who miss this service. And most don't realize it's required until they're blasting BMW or Ducati on social media for a blown motor. Some of you might have heard of it. It's called a valve adjustment. And it comes due every 30,000 kilometers or 19,000 miles. And on a high-performance 4-cylinder engine, expect to pay anywhere between $1,200 to $1,500, taxes included. And if you're a Ducati owner, tack on another $1,500 for that Desmo valve adjustment. But let's be honest, if you bought a Ducati, money probably wasn't your biggest concern. The last item, and you probably never thought of them until just now. Spark plugs. They need to be replaced every 15,000 kilometers or approximately 9,000 miles. And the replacement is approximately $380 with labors, unless you own a Ducati. Then it's physically double. And that works out to about 2 cents per kilometer. Stack it all up, and the cost is approximately 30 cents per kilometer or 0.6 of a mile. Remember that purchase price of $11,700 $728, that needs to be included. And if you place a down payment of $1,500 to keep the bankers happy, that means you borrowed $10,228 at 5% interest, which comes to $2,882.40 per year. Works out to 58 cents a kilometer. But wait, there's more. One word, insurance. At $5,200 a year, that's $1.04 per kilometer. And no, not done yet. Because there's this thing we call depreciation value. So, base purchase price with taxes plus interest and plates is $12,789 minus depreciation of $3,000 over 4 years, and I'm being generous. And now you know why this list is so long. And I know from all the Facebook comments, many of you never thought of it this way. So, here we go. When we add everything up, the calculation is $11,000 per year if you ride 5,000 kilometers. That's 3,100 miles or $2.22 per kilometer, $1.62 US per mile. That's what it costs to operate an average bike for a first-time rider. This means that 10-kilometer coffee run will cost you $22. And that's if your buddy pays for the coffee. Turns out that wind in your face is actually your money blowing away. But honestly, I wouldn't trade it for anything else. Thanks for watching. And remember, always hug your pets. Because unlike your banker, they don't want anything else. Take care.